Hey everyone, we are Bean and Bagel. We are a married couple from the Midwest in the US. I'm from Michigan. She's from Minnesota. Together we normally talk about food on our channel and we post videos 1 to 2 times a week. If you're interested in following our channel, we're glad to have you. Today we're doing a video about how to speak Michigander because Hope, my wife here, wanted to make fun of me a little bit, talk a little bit about words I use that Minnesotans don't use. And so she came up with a list of some words for us to discuss here as a group.
Yes.
And we're interested in all your comments about this video as well, especially if you're from Michigan or anywhere that you may speak these same things. Because I'm looking for support.
Yes, so the first one that we're going to talk about is a party store. And when I heard this, I was like, a party store? Like Party City? Like you're just talking about like a place that you would go to like get balloons and like birthday decorations. I was very confused.
No, so in Michigan, a party store it would be like a corner store or a convenience store. You don't say I'm going up to the corner store or the convenience store. You say I'm going up to the party store. Sometimes people even say it about a gas station.
That's so strange because like I think in Minnesota, yeah, we would definitely say like corner store. I feel like people in the city, you'd be like, I'm going to the corner store. Or like if you were maybe more like in the suburbs or rural area, it would definitely be convenience store, gas station. Party store? I mean, is that because of like they also sell alcohol? Like, okay.
Yeah, a lot of them there sell alcohol. That was a big adjustment for me actually when I moved to Minnesota. Not big as if like, oh my gosh, I'm a sloppy drunk, but like it's weird because stores in Michigan, you can find booze in just about every kind of store, even like your box stores. Whereas in Minnesota, they don't do that. So it was weird because I had to get used to like buying my underwear in one place and my booze in another place when I moved to Minnesota.
That is true. So the next one, I just thought Coney Island is just a place in New York that has an amusement park. And what's a Coney Island?
No, so in Michigan, a Coney Island is like a diner or a restaurant. We don't say we're going to the restaurant or we're going to the diner. We say we're going to the Coney Island. They're usually like 24-hour type restaurants that serve, you know, Coney dogs, breakfast, pretty much anything that you can imagine. A lot of them are, they also have some Greek food there because there's a Greek culture there in Michigan as well. But yeah, we say Coney Island.
It's so weird. And all the ones that I've been to, I'm just like, this is a diner. Like, why do you guys call it a Coney Island? Like,
well, it's kind of interesting because like some people that I met when I first moved to Minnesota, they thought I had kind of a New York kind of vibe to me. So I don't know if it comes from, you know, something moved from New York to southeastern Michigan where I'm from. So maybe that's where the Coney Island thing comes from.
Maybe.
It just traveled.
Yeah, I have no idea. So another kind of funny thing is if you were to ask somebody, did you eat? Like, did you eat yet? How would you say that?
You don't say the sentence. You don't say, did you eat yet? You say, jeet. And then everybody just knows, you know, should we get something to eat? Do you want me to make you something to eat? You just say, jeet.
Jeet. That's really like condensing every word down into like, did you eat?
It's like the southern version of y'all.
Yeah, that's true. You're just kind of making it shorter for everybody. Yeah, and that's an important one to say quickly because when you're like me and you're hungry.
Yeah, she gets hangry, so she should probably adopt that one.
I should. So this is also one that I was like, really? Like, you guys say this? So, you know, we would just say like, can I ask you a question or can I ask you something? How do you say it?
So normally I say ask, but there's a lot of people in Michigan who just say ass. And
Can
sometimes,
I ask you a question?
Yeah, can I ask you a question? And I will have to filter it in my mind a lot of times when I'm about to say it either to Hope or someone else, just so I don't say ass. So it kind of goes through this filter in my brain before it comes out of my mouth. So I say ask instead of ass.
I never even realized that one. Like, it just didn't click. But now that you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard that.
It's like, I asked him. And like, he told me this. But it's not, I asked him.
Yeah. You're just kind of shortening it again.
Yeah.
And then this one, when I heard him say this one, I was like, what did you just say? Like, I was like, I just questioned my life. Like I know there's an H in this word, but I think you're putting it in the wrong spot. So in Minnesota, you know, when we're talking about like pavement or something, we would probably just say like the pavement or whatever. But, you know, there's a word that's called asphalt, and we would say asphalt. How would you say that?
Yeah, we say asphalt. And that's the way I've always grown up saying it. And I know a lot of people who say the same thing. We don't call it asphalt, we call it asphalt. But it's kind of funny that we say ass instead of ask, and we say ash instead of asphalt. I don't know why that is, but we do that sometimes.
That's one of my favorite ones. And like the first time he said it, I was like, what? I just was so confused. So anyways, it's a funny one. Next one, I feel like people in Minnesota, like if you talk about this, we'll know what you're talking about, but it's just not as common. So Minnesota, for the most part here, we would say, you know, if someone's graduating, you would have a graduation party or a grad party. What would you call that?
Michigan, we call them open houses. And I didn't even hear the word graduation party until I moved to Minnesota. Everything was an open house, and I even actually remember talking to people about asking them that they, you know, where's your open house? And they're like, we're not selling our house. What do you mean open house? And it's like, we're having a graduation party. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's just what we call them in Michigan.
All right, the next one is a word that, you know, there's different pronunciations of. I think this is probably common for the Midwest. But the word is the thing that's on the top of your house that keeps the rain from coming in. ROOF. And how would you say that?
I say roof. I don't say roof. I say roof. And I know a lot of people who also say it that way. So I don't know if there's a little bit of canine in me or something, because I sound like a dog when I say it. But I think a lot of people in Minnesota say it that way.
Yeah,
too.
we do. I would say majority for sure. Like if I say roof, I'm like, that sounds like roofy or like Rufus, or like it just doesn't sound right. So it's a roof.
Well, it almost sounds like a question when you say roof.
Yeah, and to me that sounds even more like a dog, because like roof, like.
I can see
So
that.
I just think that I can't say roof because it just sounds like bizarre. So that's why, you know, a Michigan-Minnesota pair is a good thing, because we both have some similarities with our pronunciations at times. Not for everything, but. All right, and then this is the last one that we're going to talk about. So this is kind of a regional dish. So, you know, here in Minnesota, we have something called tater tot hot dish, which is like a casserole type of thing with like ground beef and veggies, and it has tater tots on top. And then this is something that's, you know, it's definitely found in Minnesota too, but I think in Michigan, it's just a bigger thing. So it's goulash.
Yeah, so goulash is kind of, the way I would describe it is kind of a mixture of spaghetti with chili, because it has macaroni noodles, it's got the tomato vibe, and it's got ground beef. In Michigan, though, there's like different versions of it even within the state, like northern versions and southern versions and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, goulash was something I definitely grew up eating, and I never even heard of tater tot hot dish either until I moved to Minnesota. But tater tot hot dish is pretty good.
Yeah, and I've tried to make goulash a few times, and I don't feel like I've quite perfected it or like found the recipe that's quite right. So if you're from Michigan, you can let us know if you have a good recipe in the comments, and maybe we'll make it sometime.
I got one more story to tell you. So when I first moved to Minnesota, they have a lot of recycling that goes on here with cans and bottles. And in Michigan, we just take our cans and bottles back to the store instead of leaving them for the city to pick up. I know in Michigan they do that in some parts, but the reason why you take them back to the store in Michigan is because you get 10 cents back, so you get some of your money back for what you bought. And I remember the first time I was at a friend's house here in Minnesota, and they had given me a pop to drink. And when I was done with it, I walked up to them and I was just like, hey, where do you put your cans? And they gave me this weird look like, where do we put our cans? And in Michigan, the reason why I asked it is because, see, I just said it.
Asked it.
Yeah. Is because we have a specific spot so that we can take them back to the store and get money back. And they looked at me like, we put our cans in the garbage. Like, we don't save them for trophies or something. Like, and that's how they thought I was asking it. So it's just a funny story of something like, I was like, why would you throw money away? In my head, I'm thinking they're throwing money away. But anyway, that's our video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And we hope to see you in the next one. Maybe we'll do a part 2 to this too, because there's a lot more that we could talk about.
Yeah, that's all we have. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
See ya.